Welcome to the Voice of Reason Sports Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the show, leave a comment, and click that like button. We're back for another episode of the Voice of Reason Sports Podcast. This is the Marvelous One, back at it once again with the crew. We got Philosophikal and Don here with us. I ain't got much to say. I started the season off. I told y'all, Saints going 7-10. Now look at it. I don't even know if they can win 7 games. They stink. Look, anybody goes into the season saying that, and I know this is going to piss off a lot of Saints fans, but I don't care. Jameis Winston is going to be my guy at the start of the season, and just ignore his history. 7 seasons as a starter, 8 seasons in this league, and he averages 10 losses a season. What were you expecting? You got Dennis Allen. He was a head coach in Oakland. In 3 seasons, he got 8 wins in 3 seasons. The combination of him, Jameis Winston, and then you bring in Andy Dalton, who's been stinking it up the last 2 seasons when he was in Dallas and Chicago. What did you expect, Saints fans? This is it. Yeah, we stink. I didn't think we were going to be this bad. I thought we'd be 7-10, but goddamn, I don't even know if we can do that. But, it is what it is. They stink. I've just been sitting back, just watching it. It's nothing to cheer about. We had a 13-3 league. We had a 4th and 2 at like Tampa's 20-yard line, and my head coach said, let's kick the field goal. What? Man, this game right here is needed in order to make the playoffs, dude. You gotta let it all hang out. Nope, he kicked the field goal. He wanted to play it safe. And so eventually we lost. And the thing that irritates me the most, we needed a first down that would have closed out the game. You know who Andy Dalton targets? He targets a guy that's never played tight end before in his career, from Pop Warner, high school, to college, and even in the pros until this year. They decided to make this dude that played quarterback all his life into a tight end. And you throw him a deep shot down the middle, and he takes a hit and he drops the ball. That could have ended the game. Well, yeah, because he's not a tight end. He's a quarterback. He's got 4 receptions on the season. What did you expect? Yeah. So, hey, you know what? We're getting what we deserve. And congratulations, Eagles fans. Enjoy your top 5 draft pick for next year. Courtesy of Mickey Loomis.
Rich getting richer.
Rich getting richer.
Yeah.
Can't get mad with that. Don't hate the player, hate the game. All right, Phil, tell us about your Vikings, man. I'm getting frustrated.
You're winning Vikings.
Yeah, with that garbage can quarterback you don't like.
Look. I have a couple issues with the defense actually this week. I'm going to give Kirk Cousins another pass. This is 2 weeks in a row. He's kind of surprised.
You are very ungrateful.
He's very ungrateful. What's their record? 10-2.
10-2. But again, I've said this over. I've said this over and over and over again. Right? Kirk Cousins is a seasoned quarterback. What does he do in the playoffs? He breaks down, doesn't show up. He's no longer Super Kirk anymore. So look, I am very concerned about our defense. We're giving up woefully points to Mike White of the Jets. Right? We can't stop the pass. We can't stop teams. Teams are just throwing all over us. I'll give Kirk Cousins his kudos this week. Justin Jefferson balled out. I have nothing to say about the offense right now. Kirk Cousins, I'll give you another week. Our defense, I'm very concerned. Good win. We beat the Jets. They're going through some issues themselves. Good win. But I still got to put the pressure on Kirk Cousins. Until he can get us out of the second round of the playoffs, he's going to hear this from me every week.
Wow.
That's all I got to say about that.
We get a rant with a 10-2 team that won last week.
That's not a rant. I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it real.
Keeping it real, or you keeping it? You're very ungrateful.
Keeping it real. We 10-2, but look, we're not elite right now. We're not.
Okay.
Point blank.
Right. Second in
the
conference.
Jets come back on us. We almost lost that game.
You know what I told you about almost?
Horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yeah, I know.
How you think Tom Brady feel about the almost game that he won against the Saints.
He gonna cash out on that.
Oh,
He's gonna cash out and forget about it, move on to the next
He's
one.
feeling good. He's feeling good.
I hear you, Phil.
But you guys still got a chance to win a division. Barely.
Who?
Barely. The Saints.
The Bucks
Slim of a
literally
chance.
have to lose every game.
I mean,
and the Saints have to
mathematically,
win it.
if you really want to play the probability of it, if you're a really good math major, if you want to play the numbers, but if you want to play reality,
No chance.
No chance.
Well,
No chance. But
the Bucks swept us. So now we have to get a better record than them. And they're already 3 games ahead of us with 5 games left in the season.
Facts.
Yeah, y'all see me that.
Yes. That's why this game was so important. And my coach was scared on 4th and 2. Scared money don't make money.
Yeah.
All right. I need a drink. Don, what's up with the Ravens, Joe? I mean, I hear y'all got a new quarterback.
Man, they're done too.
Are you up excited about that?
I'm excited that we showing versatility. It's always the next man up program.
I love it. Glass half full.
Hey, listen here. Listen here. You know, you like DJ Clue jumping over the beat. Can I have the mic for a second? Thank you, folks.
Take that.
So right now, Ravens football. It was the old days with Sugar and them was playing good defense out there, and in the low scoring game. I mean, the turnovers was minimum, and I like the fact that we stayed within our pocket, we stayed within our circle, and we came out with a tough win. So, and everybody said, well, it's one. You only won by 1 point. Okay, then go through drive-through, order number 1, be $1 short. Since I can't teach you the significance of number 1, maybe that kid in drive-through can.
I can't believe you saying this with a straight face.
Straight face. We need to start doing this televised.
For all the people that crucified me about the Bengals, look at them now. Look at them now. I just want to.
They're in second place. Second place. You like the Dallas Cowboys. I don't talk about second place teams. Second place get no pop. Second place get no pop.
Oh, well, you guys actually have the same record. I just want to keep that real too. So
same?
Head
to head. Hey, did Marvin tell you about the head-to-head competition? And let's speak about the head-to-head. Hey, we meet them last game of the year. And the funny part about it is the way that the way that their record is set up, I don't even think we're gonna have to play them. Because I mean, if you look at it, the Bengals, who they got next? They got the Browns.
Yeah, they're 1-3 in the division.
Hold on, they got Browns. Hold on, they got the Browns. They got the Bucks. They got the Patriots. They got the Bills and the Ravens. Man, they go. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can go 1 and 4.
4-1.
They can go 1 and 4.
4-1.
They can go 1 and 4.
Right.
So the Ravens already played the Browns and beat them, right?
All day, twice on Sundays.
So you beat them one more time. You got the head-to-head.
Hey, what you mean head-to-head? Listen,
I mean, we got head-to-head now.
They got the Browns. They got the Bucks. They got the Pats. They got the Bills, and then they got the Ravens.
That's a win.
Against the Browns? Against the Browns?
You know, Deshaun Watson's back.
Yeah, they'll beat the Browns. Yeah, they'll beat the Browns. Deshaun Watson ain't back yet. Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, but that run game ain't going nowhere, and that's called ball control. It's called ball control, boys and girls.
Okay, yeah, but
well, let's save that.
Let's save that. But I'm just letting you know right now.
Yeah.
From a prediction point where the Ravens are postured, I mean, like, and then look at who we got going down the road. It's not the most promising of opponents, you know. We got the Steelers. That's a home game, even though we playing there. We got the Browns. We're gonna crush them out because you know they're gonna be exhausted from playing Cincinnati. Then we got the Falcons. They can't figure out how to win. Got the Steelers again. We're gonna put them out of their nightmare because they're gonna try to plan for the future.
Steelers always play all tough.
And then we got the Bengals. Because you play me tough don't mean you're gonna win.
Whoa. You're gonna do all this without Lamar Jackson?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Either way, like, listen, and that's why I'm proud because it's the next man up program, the best program in the system.
Stop it.
Hey, so once again, hey, listen, hey, true story. My phone blowing up off the hook when Lamar went down, and then all of a sudden we win the game, and AT&T tells me, I called Mr. Telephone Man. Trying to call my haters. I dial my haters
The
number. I get a
Broncos
click
did
every
miss a
time.
59-yard field goal.
Huh?
Y'all barely won that game. They missed a 59-yard field goal. Y'all
They
barely won
missed
that
it.
game. So don't sit up here
Okay.
and say y'all
50,
dominated the
yeah, like
Broncos.
51 is a guarantee.
Dominated the Broncos.
Whoa. I'm checking the
You act like
standing.
A win is a win.
What did they say barely? I see W and L. Is that
Hey.
almost?
And
I'm looking at standings. Where's the barely column?
Hey, Phil, we missed you last week when you create new categories now. It's called almost wins. It's called almost wins. It's not college football. We don't do strength of schedule. We don't do strength of schedule.
Where's the
We'll
barely
talk college
column?
later on, Phil. We missed you last week.
You think Tom Brady's looking at the barely column?
He gonna cash that out.
You really mad about that game. He mad about them Saints.
Hey, Tampa Tom. Tampa
He
Tom.
mad about them
Tampa
Saints.
Tom went back when he was like in his early, he was in his early like 20s.
He mad about them Saints.
Marched down the
He mad
field
about
like,
them
hey,
Saints.
marched down the field like it was a 7-on-7. Marched down the field like it's 7-on-7, and they was playing two-hand touch.
I'm sitting there watching this. I'm like,
7-on-7 flag football.
I'm watching this like this dude is gonna win this game. We had a 16-3 lead with 3 minutes left in the game.
Note the word had.
Scared.
So it's obviously in your opinion, it's time to get rid of Mickey Loomis and the coach. Is that going to happen?
I told you, Mickey Loomis is not going to get fired.
He should.
Okay.
He should, especially after making that trade to Philadelphia. He should be fired.
Oh,
but
yeah.
he won't.
Oh, yeah.
He won't.
Oh, yeah.
I told you, he is the owner's right-hand man. Now, the head coach may get fired, and they'll wait to the end of the season to do that.
I don't think the head coach is going to get fired unless, I don't think he's going to get fired.
Why?
Unless it's a better coach that will come in there and want to coach them, I don't see it. Not on the first year. Not on the first year.
They got Saturday coaching. What's the difference?
And then think about it.
I mean, how many inspirational speeches is Saturday gonna give? I mean, you can only coach with so much energy.
They got no first round draft pick next year.
Right.
So,
well, this is my dream scenario. Because you bring up a good point.
Okay.
No first round draft pick. So who wants this job, right? This is what I hope for. Sean Payton is still under contract. He can't go anywhere unless somebody trade for him. Yes. He is still on. That's why he had to retire.
Well, he won't go to. He's not going to Dallas. He's not going to Dallas. Dallas ain't going to trade for him.
I told you my dream scenario, which I doubt will happen. I want him to come back. I want Dennis Allen fired, and I want Sean Payton to come back.
They don't want to give Sean enough power in the front office.
I think that's what he wants. He wants more power. So give him whatever he wants. Give him whatever he wants.
Mickey Loomis out.
But what's going to happen is Sean Payton is probably going to take the job in San Diego.
You think he's going to be Bill Parcells calling the shots?
You think they firing their coach?
Who, San Diego? I say San Diego. Los Angeles Chargers. Yes, I think eventually, if they don't make the playoffs, dude is gone. They got to make the playoffs. Okay. Yeah. So either he goes there.
With that much talent on the team, they got to do something.
In Arizona. Yeah. Arizona's the other option.
Yeah.
So, but either team he goes to, they're going to have to give him some draft picks. They got to trade for him. So, look, let's talk about this.
So, not to cut you off, but if you look at the way that we're playing, the field position, field goals, tough D, that's old Ravens football. It's not pretty to watch.
That was Ravens football 20 years ago.
And guess what? In 20 years ago, we got to win. Remember, everybody was alive during every last one of our championships. My fault, 2 of them. So, yes. And we won convincingly with playing field position, strong defense, minimizing costly turnovers. That's what the game is about. It's about the scoring column. Who's going to score the most?
Don, you played the Broncos.
but it's a template that we're working on. Hey,
I
listen,
agree
listen.
with you. If you
And
were
you
playing,
get your
if you
reps.
did that against
This
the
not strength
Bills,
of schedule. This is not strength of schedule,
I
Mr.
ain't saying
Mars.
strength of schedule, but I mean all that you
These are
talking.
NFL players, right? These are
You
NFL
talking you
players.
talking about ball
NFL players.
control, solid defense against the Broncos, who want to treat Russell Wilson like Mike Pence right now. They storm in the Capitol trying to get
Come out.
this. Yo, he got his own teammates cussing him out as they go to the sideline. Yo, so look, I'll have to see that one more week from. If you telling me next man up works for y'all and Lamar is not that special for you, then okay, I got to see it.
It's not that he's not that special. And you would respect this a little bit better.
Okay, good.
It's the fact of having a GM to start and recognize that having a backup quarterback is important.
Yeah, but it's not like you got some guy that's proven
He is proven. Did he win yesterday? Did he win Sunday?
Against the Denver Broncos, yeah.
Huh?
One game?
So, once again, do I have to teach you the significance of the number one?
One game?
Go through drive-through.
You praising this backup? You praising this backup?
Drive-through. Order number one, $1 short. Let me know how it works.
Look, fellas, hold that thought. We'll get to predictions because your next game is up against the Steelers. So I want to hear your picks. And I want to hear why. So we'll get to that. Let's talk about college football. Let's get into that. Yeah. So we talked about that, right? The top four from last week, right? We had Georgia, Michigan, TCU, and UCLA, right? And we said UCLA and TCU, if they lose, they could be in trouble of dropping out, right? UCLA and TCU both. Oh, I said UCLA. I meant USC.
Yeah, USC.
Yeah, USC. USC and TCU both lost.
USC got blown out by Utah. It's a difference of points.
Yes, because
that's what it came down to.
K-State and TCU went in overtime.
You can look. You're looking at and I'll point it out. Yes, USC and it was the battle of the one-loss records. You had a one-loss team and you had a two-loss team, and the two-loss team got blown out. It's the same reason why you didn't push Alabama in there because Alabama had an off week. You're not going to do that. If you didn't play this Saturday, it was a good reason to keep you out of the conversation.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about teams that play
Saturday.
Huh?
Ohio State didn't play this Saturday.
Right, because they weren't playing in the championship game.
Yeah, but
Ohio State didn't get blown out either.
Yes, they did.
I mean, you got blown out by the number 2 team. You didn't get blown out by the number 4 team.
That was my argument last week. Like, if you don't if you don't play in your conference championship game, I think it should be hard for you to get into the top 4.
But you got blown out by Michigan, who's undefeated. That's the strength of schedule. You got blown out by the undefeated team.
But USC has only lost to Utah this season.
Okay, and
Utah
lost
to Utah twice.
Utah
some teams just match up better with
USC deserved to be in number 4 spot.
I think so too.
Number 4 spot.
Who?
Oh, USC.
It belongs where?
Number 4 over Ohio State.
Negative. Negative. First of all, you shouldn't.
Why?
You didn't beat USC. You didn't beat Utah.
But they played. At least they played in their conference championship.
Ohio State didn't even make the conference championship.
Utah beat you twice. So how you gonna be more dominant than the team that beat you twice? Next slide.
Well, you tell me how Ohio State get in there.
You tell us. Michigan beat Ohio State to not make the championship.
And in Michigan is number 1. As far as between them and Georgia, it's a good conversation about who's the better undefeated team. Note the word undefeated. I lost to an undefeated team. I got blown out by a team that actually, No,
and I get your point. I think, does Ohio State deserve to be in there? Yes, because we know they're a good team. But to me, you need to start setting some rules, just like the NFL has. Yes, we know the Bucks probably they're probably not that good of a team. But you know what? You win the NFC South, you make the playoffs. Period. And that should.
But that conference is not that strong. I'm not impressed.
I don't care.
Whose conference is not that strong?
The Pac-12. That's what he's saying. He's saying
Pac-12.
the Pac-12 is not that strong.
Pac-12. Pac-12 had a strong year this year. Are you serious?
Not stronger than the Big Ten.
They had USC, UCLA, Utah, Oregon. Let's see who else.
And they
Let's see who
also
else.
and they don't have anybody in the top 4.
Ohio State lost to
Okay.
the number 2 team in the nation, and that's their
Give me the
come
team.
on.
Give me the team. Give me
And
the
that's their
teams.
only
Give me the
loss.
teams in the Big Ten. Give me the teams in the Big Ten.
Listen. Every team that they played that was ranked, Notre Dame that was pumped up. I got it. They beat Penn State. I got it, and they lost to Michigan. But at
Give
the
me the
same
teams in
time,
the Big Ten over the Pac-12 though. Pac-12 had more ranked teams and better overall teams this year than the Big Ten.
You think so?
Well, let's look it up.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's see right now.
so you looking at,
All right, so
Michigan's, so they have a big fall off because
Michigan,
Michigan,
Ohio State,
Penn State,
Penn State.
and that's where it
Penn
stops.
State, Illinois, Texas, Purdue. That's it. Let's look at the Pac-12. Right?
I'm listening. USC, Utah.
Yeah, USC, Utah, Oregon.
You can stop there. You can stop there.
UCLA.
Don't stop that.
No.
Stop
UCLA was ranked.
I'm not.
UCLA was ranked.
Come on now. Fabricated numbers. I'm not riding with you.
Who was their rank? Who was their rank?
Let's look.
Who were they ranked?
You said when?
What?
18.
Oh,
18.
18.
Okay.
And
let's look at the matter of fact.
And Ohio State lost to the number 2 team in the nation.
Look,
I think they ranked top.
I can't really argue with it. You know what I mean? I just would like a hard line rule that says you gotta at least play in your conference championship game.
You can't do it because if you got a weak conference, that's not gonna work.
Pac-12 have 6 teams ranked right now. Pac-12 have 6 teams ranked right now. Right? So you got Utah, UCLA, USC, Oregon State. Who else? Washington. That's 7 teams right there, ranked in the Pac-12. That's 7 teams. You telling me they're not better than? You can't make an argument that they're better than the Big Ten this year.
But they're not better than Ohio State.
USC can.
It's a tough pick. It's a tough pick. I'll have
USC is not for me.
So head to head, USC versus Ohio State. You got Ohio State beating USC.
USC couldn't even beat you. I mean, got that on that. USC couldn't even beat Utah. Let's stick to the facts.
Utah was good this year.
I think Utah lost 3 games this year. But let's stay on this college football. What's your thoughts on Deion leaving Jackson State, going to Colorado?
He's an opportunist. I think
the rumor is he wanted to go to Auburn. Yeah. No, the rumor is he wanted to go to Auburn. Auburn wouldn't give him a shot, wouldn't give him a look. So he kind of just
wouldn't give him power. They wouldn't give him power. They wouldn't let him.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let him run the roster the way that he wanted it. Deion went there with a whole bunch of stipulations already predefined. So he went and defined a situation that would fit his recruiting style. And also would set his kid up for success. I mean, let's go ahead and address the ugly animal in the room. His son is going to start at quarterback. Let's go ahead.
He already introduced that.
Put that to rest.
Yeah.
My son is starting at the center. End of discussion.
He said, he said that at his press conference. He said, yes, your starting quarterback is right here. And
he basically tell him to transfer.
And I'm sure. I don't know about. Not Shador. One of his sons is the safety, and he has a daughter that plays basketball at Jackson State. So I assume they're all coming to Colorado.
And he's probably going to bring Travis Hunter too.
So let's talk about Deion and what he just did to that transfer portal. He lit that transfer portal on fire, and this is what Alabama was scared of.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Saban did not want this to happen. He did not want someone to give him, because if you look at it, Georgia's still strong. Yeah. Tennessee coming on. Texas A&M boosters, they going the days of being 3 deep with great superstars are over.
Oh yeah.
Because if a kid is
I wouldn't be
sitting,
surprised.
if a kid is sitting number 3 on the depth chart and he knows that he's a performer, why not go somewhere else
Yeah.
and
I wouldn't be
perform?
surprised. I wouldn't be speaking of Saban. I wouldn't be surprised if Saban called Auburn and be like, "Don't hire that coach. No, please don't hire Dion. Please don't hire Dion." I wouldn't be surprised. But I do see him going to Colorado as far as I think it's more than I think it is about coaching, but it also developing roots in the West.
It has
I think
nothing
he
to
was
do with that.
trying
It
to.
has everything to do with power.
Yeah.
Well,
I
that
think
too.
I,
That too. That too.
I
Power
mean I
and
think
boosters
and
support.
and opportunity and salary. Come on, they're
That's
paying five.
listen.
He getting $5 million
Dion
a
is.
year.
It doesn't matter about salary because Dion is going to command the
No,
salary.
it mattered about salary. He was
I'm
only
saying
making
it
half a
matters about
million.
salary because Dion is going to make Dion's going to
Oh
make
yeah.
more money
Yeah.
with the boosters and also with the
Yeah.
advertisement than he will ever make coaching. He's going to get his money,
Yeah.
but
So, do
it's
you think
just
it
the
was a good
fact that
fit?
Dion
You
is a
think it was a good
great
fit?
fit as long as you let Dion do what he needs to do.
Yeah.
And when
He
I say do what he needs to do, remember back in the day, recruiting players was illegal. You know,
yeah.
when you tell a player, come on, tampering, I can tamper. I
Yeah.
can tamper with your
No,
hit that
look.
portal. Come
Dion
see
is
me.
a master recruiter. Like X's and
Yeah.
O's, he tells you. That's what he got his coaches for. He got his
Yeah.
coaches, he got his offensive coordinator and defensive
Yeah.
coordinator. And he looks for the best coaches to come. And he's a master recruiter to get your coaches in. He's a master recruiter to get the kids in. He got the number one talented high school player to come to Jackson State. And like you said, he's probably gonna follow him to Colorado. So look, I ain't mad at Dion. I knew he was only gonna be at Jackson State until an opportunity came from elsewhere, and did it came, and he's gone. They should have known that it was
Yeah.
gonna happen. I knew he was gonna stick around. I thought he was gonna at least stick around till his son finished at Jackson State. But hey, he could take his son with him. So
Yeah.
more power to him.
Now we're gonna see what that competition is like for his son. This is gonna determine how good his son really is.
That
Exactly.
transfer
You
portal is
know?
going to be on fire because I can tell you right now, the amount of talent that kids are doing right now. Kids ain't gonna call Dion directly. Want to tell you who's calling Dion? They're calling Dion a recruitment team through the
Yeah.
AAU
Yep.
process and saying, "Hey, here's the film and tape on my guy.
Yep.
Give him a chance."
And
Well,
Dion.
since they said it said 24 hours, so it's 48 hours now. 200 transfer portal prospects have contacted Dion to come
Yep.
to Colorado. So
That's
it's already
ridiculous.
started.
That's ridiculous.
It's
Nick
already
Saban
started.
doesn't get calls like that.
Yes, sir.
It's already
I
started.
love
It's
it.
already
I
started.
love it. He is changing the game. But look, the show must go on. Let's get to our recap.
Yep.
All right.
I'm in the driver's seat, Phil.
Were you driving a Miata? Well,
Hey, and then
Well,
Miani is beating you. So what are you driving?
I'm
A
driving a
Pinto
Ferrari, sir.
the,
I'm driving a Ferrari, sir,
with
in
four flat
in the
tires.
back
With
seat.
four flat tires because you're in second place.
let's give
That's
Phil his,
right. I'm being salty.
let's give Phil
Okay,
his
you
props.
should be.
Let's give him
Yeah.
his props. He's doing this thing his last 2 weeks.
Crash.
3 weeks, sir. Don't
Crash.
diminish my
3
week.
weeks. What do you mean
3
3 weeks?
weeks.
See, once again,
See,
Phil
there you go get
can't
carried
let
away.
Phil
3
can't
weeks.
let
Man,
Phil
you give this
work the
dude an
Three
inch, he
resume.
want to
weeks,
take a
man.
yard every time, man.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
3 weeks
Yep.
ago
I'm in
you
the
were
driver's seat.
8-6.
Hey, I was caught. Me and Don were tied. Remember?
Was past tense.
No,
Well,
no.
hey. We were 9-4. We were both 9-4, and Marvin was 8-6.
Marvin taking the back seat a lot.
Marvin taking a hit. He taking a back
Well,
seat.
you know,
He driving on the.
I
I
gotta
mean,
watch
driving the
how
subway.
Marvin picked this week because Marvin needs to go first because Marvin trying to steal picks with mine
He
to
gonna
try
try
to
to steal
stay
you.
in contention.
well, see,
I'm
that's
gonna
the funny
call it
thing
out
about it.
there, folks.
I've
Oh
always
yeah.
gone first. I've always gone first, and Phil has been waiting to hear what I pick and hear what I say to
What?
make his picks. And you know the mistake I made because I would tell him I know this team is not going to win, but I'm gonna pick them. I'm gonna take feelings over facts, and then he would listen to that and say, "Oh, okay, well I'm going with the other team since you know they're going to win." That's what he's been doing, and that's how he's been, catching up to me. Well, caught
Mm.
up to me.
We got to
I give you
rewind the tape.
props.
I don't
He
remember
kind
that
of passed
happening.
you, Marv. He didn't catch up, Marv. He
I
passed you.
He got me. I
I've been
mean,
making
for
a
now,
lot of bold picks,
for
and y'all been
now, for now.
criticizing the bold
I
picks.
I'll give him that, Marv. He's made the most bold picks.
Well, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. All right,
Yep,
all right. So
yep.
first up, we had the Thursday night game. We had
Mm.
the Patriots at home against the Bills. We all went with the Bills. The Bills won this game. They were 4-point road favorites here. All right. Next, we had the Falcons at home against the Steelers. Don and I picked the Falcons. Phil went with the Steelers. The Steelers won this game. That wasn't necessarily a bold pick because the Steelers were actually favored to win this game. We just didn't think the Falcons would, that bad to lose it. And you know what? After this point, I'm no longer picking the Falcons. They stink.
I'm disappointed with the Falcons. The Falcons are tanking right now because they're trying to get a draft pick, but I don't even know that they have their draft pick to give. I mean,
Yeah.
to pick.
Well, I mean, what are
We'll
they going to do
change
with
that
it
then.
anyway? But they're terrible. So, all right, moving on to the next one, we have the Bears at home against the Packers. The Packers were road favorites here by 4. We all went with the Packers. We knew that bad man Aaron wasn't going to lose
He
in
said, "I got
Chicago.
papers on the Bears. I got paper. They got my last name. I own them."
He was rocking the baby there. So,
Hey,
yeah.
he said the
Yep.
Bears Roger. That's what they name. Bears Roger. Last name Roger. I own them.
Yep. Yep.
Rogers. Let's
You
call that
said
Rogers Stadium.
Rogers Stadium. Who's
I
the
own
owner?
them.
All right. All right, here we go. We got the Lions at home against the Jags. The Jags were actually favored in this game.
Huh?
Yeah, yeah. And Phil and I went with the Lions,
Yep.
and
Yep.
Don went with the Jags. Ah,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
oh,
Yeah.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think I had this one. I had this one messed up here.
No, you didn't.
Phil, no.
Oh,
I
Phil
think
went.
this.
I went with the Lions. I chose the Lions.
Yeah, I got him down with the Lions. I got you two confused. Yeah,
Oh.
Don went with the Jags. So I got to redo
Oh.
that. I got to redo that.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
So
That's why I'm saying I'm in the driver's seat. That's
I
what I'm
think
never.
saying.
you are.
No, it's not because
Yes, I am.
that'd be 60-1. That'd be six. Right, that put me at 60%. I'm still got you, Phil. Still got you.
Yeah, we got to redo these numbers.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we got to redo the
We
numbers,
got to
man.
redo the numbers. That puts
Hey.
Phil at 96 wins.
Ooh,
That's
that's
was that? Was that a
oh.
point 5, point
Yeah,
3?
we'll
Hey,
figure it out.
50.
Yeah, I
We
already did the
round up, so
math.
that puts me at 60%. So we
No, it
round
doesn't.
up, that puts me
We'll
at
figure
60.
it out. All right, all right,
Integers.
all right. So we got the Vikings, this terrible team that Phil just doesn't like. Horrible quarterback.
Defense.
The
That's right.
defense stinks. All right, they
Defense
were
stinks.
home against the Jets, 3-point home favorites. Phil and Don went with the Vikings. I made a bold pick, and I went with the Jets.
Why did you go with that pick?
Why did I go with that pick? Because I
Why?
knew I felt that I feel that the Jets are a good team. I like their defense, and I like them making the change to
Good
Mike White.
defense, bad organization.
Well, I just think Mike White needs to keep building chemistry and finding his way with this team. But the Vikings are a good team, no matter what Phil says. The Vikings are actually a good team,
Solid.
a solid team. The Jets still
Look,
had a chance to win this game, but they didn't close the deal because you just put this dude at quarterback last week. So
he's actually playing better than Zach Wilson.
oh, he's playing way better than Zach Wilson. More
He's playing
anticipation.
way better than Zach Wilson.
Yeah, yeah, he's exactly what they need, and he's probably going to take them to the playoffs. So I like the
I
move,
doubt that.
and that's why I went with the Jets. You doubt he's going to take them to the playoffs? I think it's
I
a
don't
shot
think they're
that
gonna make the
I
playoffs.
think it's a shot that the AFC North can get 3 teams into the
AFC
playoffs.
North.
Oh, it's the AFC East. The AFC
Well, yeah,
East.
Miami. You got Miami and Buffalo.
Yeah.
It really depends. Miami and Buffalo, and then everybody else.
White had a
I
pretty
don't
good
think
game
so.
outside them 2 turnovers,
Yeah.
but them 2 turnovers were
Yeah.
costly.
They were
And,
costly.
and like I said before, Cousins, solid game, no turnovers. I mean, you
Game
can't
management.
reiterate the no turnover department is the telltale sign because that's when you win and lose games.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
that's the difference between a seasoned quarterback
But
and a young quarterback who's trying to be overly aggressive. He went up for 369 yards, but once again, he was +2 in the turnover column. And you looking
But
at Cousins with a solid 130, 21 for
but
35, 1 touchdown, 0 turnovers.
but Don, look at this. Even with those 2 turnovers, the Jets had a chance to win this game. They had the ball at the
Yep.
1 yard line, could get in the end zone.
But I'm gonna
They
go
took
back
it
to the
down.
Yep.
the
And,
two turnovers are the telltale
oh
sign
yeah, the telltale
because it
signs.
puts you in a bad position, field position, and out of those 2 turnovers, one of them cost them points.
But we gave up 369 yards to Mike
Yeah,
White. Do you know what
Yes,
that sounds like?
because
That
Mike White
our
is
secondary,
nice. He's nice,
he's. I mean, he's serviceable. He's serviceable. I mean, we need a little bit more time. He's better than Zach Wilson.
but he's
you
consistently
don't
done
have
this.
the playbook on him, so you have no tendencies.
Exactly. So like we did,
Oh,
with Tua, not Tua. Who was the quarterback? Y'all like getting some time, all that. I can't remember who I keep saying that about.
what
But give
team?
my wife some time.
What?
Uh,
Okay, keep moving, Marvin.
All right, all right.
I can't remember.
Phil's back. Welcome
I
back,
can't.
Phil.
I
Welcome
can't
back,
remember right
Phil.
now. I can't.
All right.
I can't remember right now. I'm
We're
gonna pick
moving
up
on
in
to
a
the
second.
next game, Phil. All right. So we got the Giants at home against the Commanders. Man, we all went with the Commanders, and these clowns ended in a tie.
The
It was-
worst game ever.
Ugh.
I'm saying that you ended with a tie, and I think the way that they moved near in overtime, both of them were content with being a tie.
They were. You are absolutely right.
Choke
It was like
yourself.
they wasn't even
Choke
trying.
yourself.
You
Choke
know,
yourself, Giants fans.
it-
And I'm kind of and I picked Scary Terry to come up and do big things. I mean, he threw for 275 yards, 2 touchdowns,
Taylor.
27 for
Taylor
41.
Heineke. Taylor
However,
Heineke.
yeah, Scary Terry. That's what I call him,
Oh,
Scary
you
Terry.
call him Scary Terry? No, Scary Terry is Terry McLaurin,
Taylor McLaurin.
Yeah,
the receiver.
but hey, I call
You
Terry. I
call
call the quarterback.
you call
Yeah,
quarterback Scary Taylor. Okay, I
Did you
got
see
you.
yeah.
that? Did you see that touchdown Jahan Dawson put though? My goodness.
Mm.
But once again, Heike had a pretty good game.
Yeah, Heineke
He
he's
did.
a
He
nice,
did.
solid quarterback. I don't understand why they
275,
won't
two
give the guy a
touchdowns,
chance.
two
And
touchdowns.
the
I mean,
running back is
27, 41.
running for him too. Brian
Yeah.
20,
Robinson
21
out of
carries for
Alabama. Yeah.
96 yards. I mean, he put up
Yeah.
good numbers.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
But you play scared.
yeah. Well, look. Unfortunately, the Commanders have a bye next week, so you can't talk about them anymore. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. Eagles at
Big
home
win.
against the Titans. This was my
I
Big
didn't see this
win.
coming.
this was
I didn't see
this
this.
was
I
my
didn't see this
bold
game
pick,
going up.
and I lost it. You two picked
Yep.
the Eagles. The Eagles were 5-point home favorites. I went with the Titans, and the Eagles blew
Why?
out the
Why?
Titans.
I'll let you open up. Why?
Well, I thought this would be a letdown game for the Eagles. I thought at this point they're 10-1. They're feeling real good about themselves. They're at home, and they and nothing about the Eagles being a bad team. I think the Eagles are a great team, but you have those letdown games, and I thought this was going to be it.
This can't be a
You
letdown game. I
saw.
mean, you got one of the most dominant receivers out there. 8 catches, 119 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean,
Well, he had to show out against he had
where
to
did
show out
you
against
think
his
it was
former
going to go?
team. I didn't think he was going to
You
show out against his
saw.
former team.
You saw Tennessee fired the GM too, right? You saw that, right?
No, I didn't see that.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, they fired the GM. Yeah, they
Because you
fired
let
the
Brown
GM.
go. 8 catches, eight targets, 111 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's why you got
Yeah,
fired.
they fired the GM today.
That's why you got fired.
All right. Next slide.
And
Next slide.
hold on. No, Philly fans, hey, you need to stand up. You need to start liking and you need to start commenting inside of this portal right here because right now, your quarterback is doing a lot of great things. 29, 39, 380 yards, 3 touchdowns, and I haven't heard a peep out of you.
So
Shame on you.
are we giving him MVP nod over
Giving him,
Mahomes yet?
you can't give him something that he already earned.
Next slide.
No.
Next slide.
We give a lot of contention and comments to
Next
a person
slide.
who is not giving up big numbers.
They ain't standing up. I don't want to talk about the Eagles. Eagles fans ain't standing up.
Eagle fans, stand up.
They ain't standing up. Ain't nothing to talk about here.
Facts.
All right, we're
Next
going
slide.
to the Ravens. Going to the Ravens game. Ravens at home against the Broncos. We know Ravens fans stand up.
You right about that.
So
Dominant game. Right now, I can say that. Yes, I was kind of hastening you because Lamar went down. That's my franchise quarterback. Let's not even be playing any games talking about Huntley can actually take over Lamar's spot. However, but he is a strong backup quarterback, which most teams don't have. 49ers, I mean, you had a strong backup, but now you got to go 3 deep. So everybody's starting to learn that, the mobile quarterback and having a strong backup is what you actually need. Nothing's wrong with competitive competition. I think Henley is one of the Huntley is one of the reasons why Lamar is actually doing good because he has someone that's competitive every day is going to push him to that next level. If you see that he won that game in the final seconds, marched the ball down the field in order to get us the touchdown. That's Ravens football at its finest. Nothing more to say.
What you doing, Don? I'm doing a recap here, man. What you doing,
Nothing
man?
more to say. I'm sorry.
What
I'm
you
sorry.
doing?
I'm sorry.
What you doing, man?
Hey. I'm standing up.
What was
My
that
fault.
about?
My fault. I
Keep
was in
that
the
same
zone.
energy when you make your prediction. How about that?
I want him to keep that same energy when
Keep
they
that same
limp into the
energy.
playoffs.
I mean, all I had to do was say Ravens. He went off.
Man, because y'all going to start putting some respect on my name.
On Huntley's name?
The Ravens as a team, as an organization. Next man up program.
You are not gonna
One
convince
great
me.
GM to another great GM.
You are
We
not gonna
playing
convince
great
me.
football.
Y'all got a next
We
man
make
up.
the trades that you need to make
I
in
saw
order
your
to
next man
impact
up approach
change.
last season.
Did you see what Smith did? Hey, we made the changes and we went after the team. We went after players in order
Next
to
slide.
affect.
Next slide.
Go ahead, Phil. What you got to say? Back me up, Phil.
I'm just saying, are the Ravens right now better than the Chiefs? No. Are they better than the Bills?
Yes.
No.
Oh my God. Next slide. So we all picked the Ravens. The Ravens are 8-point home favorites. They beat the Broncos. We got that win. Next slide. The Ravens are better than the Chiefs. Oh, you out of your mind. All right. Texans.
Hey, Chief lost to the Bengals, who we own.
Texans.
Keep going. Keep that record playing.
Texans at home against Deshaun Watson. Did you see his accusers in the at the stadium watching the game?
Man, it was one of
was
those.
That true? It was really true?
VIP booth. At least that's the way it was broadcast.
At least that's what it was broadcast. They said before the game that his accusers were going to be in the suite watching the game.
He struggled.
Dirty.
He struggled. The timing was off terrible. I mean, 12 or 22, 131 yards, one interception. There's no timing with those between him and the receivers. They're off.
He was playing the Texans.
Oh, that's expected though. That's expected though.
And he was playing
you playing a bad team and you have no timing.
He hasn't played in a year and a half.
Excuses.
It's fine. Browns won. We all went with the Browns. This was easy. I mean, dude, the Browns still blew them out. It's 27-14.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
All right. Next slide. Rams at home against Geno and the Seahawks. Seahawks were 7.5-point favorites. We all went with the Seahawks and got that win on there. So Seahawks, it was a nail biter, but the Seahawks got the win.
Well, no nail biter. Geno dominated that game. 28 to 39, 367 yards, 3 touchdowns. Stop playing.
But I'm just saying that
Geno came back to life.
Like Phil said, that number 5 Seahawks defense, that top 5 Seahawks defense, against a third string quarterback with the LA Rams, they putting in work, as Phil said.
Wait a minute. Aren't the Rams an NFL team? Didn't y'all just say that?
It's no strength of schedule. I give you that.
Aren't they an NFL team? What are we doing?
Yeah, but don't tell me they're top 5 defense.
No, not even close.
Well, I'm gonna. When you get to this game, I'm gonna name a prediction from my very first episode that I predicted, and it's coming to fruition. That Marvin's gonna have to admit. Marvin's gonna have to admit on this one. He probably knows what I'm talking about.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Keep the record playing,
credit for.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right, next slide. 49ers at home
Mm,
against the Dolphins. 49ers were
mm.
4-point home favorites. 49ers, did they get the win on this one?
49ers
Yeah,
got the win
Yeah, they
convincingly.
yeah,
convincingly, and we all went with the
yeah.
Dolphins.
Hold on, but let's not act like Gene Garoppolo didn't get hurt.
Yeah,
Nah.
and his backup came in and closed out this game.
Terrible. I mean, I think Garoppolo, the way that he controls the game between him throwing first downs and making short and second down and reasonable is one of the reasons why the 49ers were picked to be a real big threat in their conference. When he went down, uh, I think the backup quarterback he played respectable, 25 or 37, 210 yards, 2 touchdowns. But that one touchdown, but that one turnover is costly. You cannot afford to turn the ball over to a team that puts up mad points and treats the football field like it's a track meet. You can't afford it. Because
Mm,
you got Tyreek Hill, he going 9 receptions for 146 yards. You're not going to do it.
mm. All right, next slide. Bengals at home against the Chiefs. Chiefs were 2.5-point road favorites. We all went with the Chiefs, and the Bengals won this game. Good game.
Something to pay close attention to because JB owns the Chiefs, from what I understand.
Mm.
The last 3 games, I mean, I don't think the Chiefs have beat them yet.
Yeah, they lost them in the playoffs. They lost them this
Yeah,
regular season.
yeah.
I don't
They
know
got the
about three
numbers possibly.
times. Maybe
Yeah,
so.
he owns
Yeah,
them,
Mm.
S-
Yeah.
yeah.
and he feels confident. That don't matter where it's on the road, at home, he doesn't matter. It's the same results. So
Mm.
the Chiefs got something to worry about because you have certain things that come in the playoffs, and you have something called bad matchups. If they come on that schedule and they come into that wild card and they got to go to Kansas City, that's a bad matchup for Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. And then at the end of this game, Mahomes was limping. So I don't know if that's a significant injury, but he walked off that. He didn't walk off that game well. So
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
all right.
Mm.
All right. So next we got the Raiders. The Raiders were at home against the Chargers. Chargers were two
Bold
point
pick.
road favorites. And Don went with the Raiders, and the Raiders won. I think it was a lucky pick.
No, it wasn't lucky pick.
That
I
was
mean,
luck.
I mean, if,
Total
if you
luck.
look if you look at the way that they're trying to play right now, they're not throwing away the season. They're still in good contention. I think the Raiders still have a chance, to make a wild card push. So right now they're sitting at 5-7, but the Rams are 6-6. I think they still in the hunt for a wild card spot. So
The
no
Raiders?
card. Yes,
Chargers are 66.
the Chargers are what?
Chargers are
Six.
Sixes.
and- Yeah,
66.
yeah, six and
Yeah.
six. Yeah.
The
So
Chargers are
yeah.
six. The Raiders are 5-7.
Yes, and the
Raiders are
Chargers,
5-7.
and who did, okay, and then let's talk about the Chargers. I mean, let's talk
So
about the
you're
Chargers.
telling me the
So the
Raiders are
Chargers,
getting the
who
playoffs
did the
over
Chargers play
the?
next week?
Are
We'll
you
get to
telling
that.
me?
The
You're
Chargers
telling me
play
that
next week. They play the Dolphins. Stop
you're
playing
telling
with me.
me you're telling me the Dolphins will probably win that. But you're telling me that the Raiders can get in the playoffs over the Jets,
Keep.
Eh,
I mean, keep going, because we're going to get to those
the
picks.
Pa-
Because
Let's,
the
yeah.
Patriots, the
Let's
Patriots.
we'll get to those picks. All right. Cowboys at home against the Colts. Cowboys were 11-point home favorites. We all went with the Cowboys. Yeah, this was easy. Cowboys won.
I mentioned something,
54, 54-19. I mean, they completely destroyed the Colts.
and this
I,
is another thing that should probably go
mm,
on the record books that I predicted that the Colts would be the worst team in the NFL, and they're one game behind doing that. And I just want Marvin to acknowledge
What is he talking about, man? They not even close.
they are close. They are close. The Broncos are 3-9. I'm looking right now. They're only one game behind the Broncos.
The Texans are 1-9-1.
mm.
The Texans have won 4 games this year.
Next slide. All right, so we had the Monday night games. Hey, welcome back, Phil. Welcome back, man.
Welcome back.
Throw out these non-facts.
Just letting me know what's real.
And then he tries to clean them up. You totally forgot about the Texans have only won one game this season. All right, next slide.
Mm.
Monday night, Buccaneers, Saints.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we all went with the Buccaneers. I told you I am not picking the Saints until they change quarterbacks, and I'm not talking about going to Jameis Winston.
Mm.
Yeah, Bucks won this game. No surprise here. Even if Saints came out firing, they still
So
lost.
how big is I mean, how much salary cap y'all got? Because I mean, if y'all paying them boys, I mean, y'all should have the biggest salary cap,
We do.
in the league.
We do. And we can't get rid of any players. We can't get rid of, you
I
know,
mean, y'all should have like a loose salary cap where y'all can go get players.
well, I
Nobody
mean,
wants to come there.
we can open up some money, but like Kamara, Michael Thomas, Cam Jordan, the contract's been restructured. The money's spread out over time. It's going to be a huge cap hit if they
Mm.
try to get rid of them for next year.
Poor GM, huh?
So they're probably gonna have to trade the Michael Thomas to Alvin Kamara.
So you
They
need them.
can't trade them.
So you need so you need that Ravens GM to come in and help you win and play.
Yeah, yeah. Whoever's assistant is, send him over so we can get a Huntley to back up Andy Dalton.
He would win. He would win games for you. Next,
A quarterback might drop in the draft, maybe to get one in the second round.
I saw Huntley last season. He did not win any games.
the disrespect. Continue. Keep that same energy, because I'm recording. Yeah, this is recorded.
Well, I mean, we're gonna get to it.
Yeah,
We're gonna get to it. We know the Steelers and Ravens play. We'll get to it, and
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna talk about it then.
Keep
Keep
that
that
same
same
energy.
energy.
Yeah, you keep
Yeah.
the same energy.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's go to our predictions.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. You real sassy today. I see.
Yeah,
Yeah. We're
disrespecting my
fiery
Ravens.
with a 10-9 win over the Broncos.
The significance of the number one. How much did y'all lose by? Y'all lost by one. The significance of the number one.
But see,
Hey,
the
Phil, need
difference
I say
is
more? Phil,
the
need I
difference
say
is
more?
I knew we were gonna stink. I told you beginning of the season we're gonna
Phil,
stink.
do I need to say more?
You're
Do I
not
need
hurt
to
my
act,
feelings.
count chocolate? Do I need to?
All
Do I
right.
need?
Thursday night. Thursday night. Next slide. Thursday night. We got the Rams. Man, if I'm Amazon, man, I'm really complaining to the NFL. They got the Rams at home against the Raiders. I mean, yo, Amazon Prime, they got to be upset about this. How come they keep getting these trash games? Like this game should have been flexed.
You gotta flex these games,
You got
man.
to flex these games. If I'm Amazon, I'm mad. I'm calling the NFL. Jeff Bezos. I'm buying the NFL straight up.
And I think that was a Las Vegas move. That was a Las Vegas
Yeah,
move. They didn't know
yeah.
that Gruden was gonna be moving like that. They just couldn't change it.
Mm. Well, anyway, the Rams at home. They play the Raiders. The Raiders are 6-point road favorites. I mean, wow. So I don't believe in the Rams. Like I told you, they still celebrating their Super Bowl win. I'm going with the Raiders here. Who you got, Phil?
I'm going with the Raiders here.
All
Matthew
right.
Stafford's out. I
Yep,
don't believe
Matthew
in making
Stafford.
that field.
Yep, good pick. I know you're gonna pick along with me. Go ahead, Don. Who you got? I know you waiting on my pick, Phil. It's all good.
I'm gonna go with
You
the
going with the
Raiders.
Rams?
Raiders.
You sure you don't want to go with
The
the Rams?
Raiders. I gotta watch you because I gotta watch you. You just recorded the Raiders. The
You sure
things you
you
try to do to get the number one.
you sure you don't you don't want the Raiders backup quarterback? I mean the Rams backup quarterback.
No, I'm good.
You don't trust him? I don't even know his name.
I'm from Baltimore. Trust get to kill. Next slide.
Next slide. All right, here we go. Here we go. We got the Bills at home against the Jets. Oof. So the Bills are 9.5-point home favorites against the Jets. Now you know I like the Jets. I picked them to upset the Bills. Was that 2-3 weeks ago? All right. I don't think that's going to happen this week. Mike White might suffer his second loss in a row. I'm going with the Bills here. Who you got, Phil?
I'm also going with the Bills.
Going with the Bills. All right. Don.
Yep.
Come on,
White is
Don.
playing pretty good football.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Come on.
I think
Scared
the
money don't make
Jets.
money. You
I
going
think
with
the
the Jets?
Jets. I think the Jets are
Wow.
getting ready to make a move. It's
Wow.
just not this week. I'm going to run with the Bills.
Man, you said all that to say you're going with the Bills.
Sound like Don will be driving from the truck pretty soon. The way he picking these games,
Yeah,
I'm really
he
about to
just
be in the
he
driver's
just
seat.
trying to keep it. He just trying to keep it close. He's trying to keep it a tie. He gonna pick everything we pick so he can stay in the
Never that.
lead.
Never that. You see, hey, I got a couple of bold picks coming. Keep it going.
All right, all right, all right, all right, all
Okay.
right. Here we go. Here we go. We got the Bengals at home against the Browns. Um, I thought long and hard about this. I like the Browns with Deshaun Watson, even though he didn't look that great last week. But I thought he's going to be on point this game. But I got to go with the Bengals. The Bengals are looking hot right now, so I got the
I called
Bengals
it.
winning.
I know. I called it. I called it weeks ago. I called it weeks ago. I'm picking my
Man,
Bengals again. I called it. They were my number 5 team, and you guys crucified me for it. So I just wanted to say I
whoa,
told you
whoa,
so.
whoa, whoa. They were your number 2 team.
Hey, look at them now. Look at them now. They about to win the division. They about to win the AFC North. Just think about it. They about
Negative.
to win
Because after they lose to the Browns, we're
Whoa,
gonna
whoa,
have to
whoa,
have a talk.
whoa, 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 whoa. So you going with the Browns?
I'm going with the Browns.
Oh, oh,
Oh,
okay.
After they
oh,
lose to the Browns, I want y'all to have a conversation. I want you to own this. I want you to
Okay.
own this.
No, no, I like the pick. I like the pick. I thought about going there, but looking at the Bengals being the home team
Doesn't matter.
and the fact that
no way. No
Deshaun
way,
Watson's
Deshaun
second
Watson. No way.
second
No
game
way.
coming back, I just don't see it. Got to
Nope.
go with the Bengals.
I'm going
Mm-hmm.
with the AFC North Division winner.
All
That's what
right,
I'm going with.
let's go to the
Baltimore
next
Ravens
one.
ain't get to them yet. Keep going.
Next slide. All right, I already know what y'all going on this, so I'm not going to spend too much time on this. We got the Cowboys at home against the Texans. The Cowboys are 17-point home favorites.
I'm
Going
going
with the
Cowboys, man.
Cowboys. Yeah, who you got, Phil? Cowboys.
Cowboys.
All right, Don.
Cowboys.
Oh, okay, I thought you paused there for me. I thought maybe you was gonna do a bold pick.
Mm.
Yeah, okay. All right. Here we go. All right,
Ooh.
all right. We got the Detroit Lions at home against the Minnesota Vikings. The Lions are 2.5 point
Say it
home
again.
favorites. The Lions, is that right? That can't be right. The Lions are home favorites here against the Minnesota Vikings?
You better look at Mr. Galt putting up them numbers like that. Put some respect on that man
And
name.
I don't know what kind of numbers he putting up for the Lions to be home favorites is. This doesn't even make sense. Did Vegas make these picks? Yeah, I got Lions. I got Lions 2.5 point home favorites over the Vikings. I think that's nuts. I'm going with the Vikings to win this game. Phil.
Bold pick here. Bold pick here. The Vikings have historically struggled against the Lions, and I think the Lions are hot right now. So I'm picking the Lions. I think the Vikings are
Whoa.
going. It's going to be a letdown here. This is going to be a
Whoa.
letdown. I'm picking the Lions here. So this
Wow.
is my bold pick. Yeah,
Wow. No
this is my bold.
confidence in your 10-2 team.
None.
Don, who you got?
So I'm leaning towards it because if I'm looking at it, the quarterback race right now is kind of a wash. You're looking at 18 touchdowns to 19 touchdowns. You're looking at 9 interceptions to 7 interceptions. But that running back right there is where you're looking at Cook and you're looking at Williams. There's
Yep.
a huge difference because Williams, 14 touchdowns. And then if you look at, the Browns, I mean not the Browns to be but St. Brown, what do you call it? St. Brown
Mm-hmm.
for the Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's not
No,
bad.
he's
He,
good.
he
He's
been he
good.
Six
been balling.
touchdowns. So
We
he know what
can't
the
stop
end
the
zone.
pass.
He know what that end zone look like. I
Okay.
gotta
We
go.
can't stop the pass.
I gotta go with Detroit on this.
All
I
right.
told you.
All
I
right.
told you. We can't
So
stop the
so
pass.
oh so it's a bold pick for me.
This is a bold pick.
It's a
Yeah,
bold pick for you.
it's a
Correct.
bold pick for me. Yeah.
This is crazy. Y'all crazy. I'm glad y'all doing it. I'm going with the Vikings. All right. Moving on. Titans at home against the Jaguars. Titans are 3.5-point home favorites. I'm going with the Titans. Bill, I know you like the Jags. You going with the Jags?
This is another bold pick for me. I'm going to go ahead and pick the Jags.
Okay. All right. Who you got, Don?
I'm gonna go with the Titans. I think them coming off a tough loss
Yeah.
to the Eagles, and they're gonna be playing at home. I think the energy is gonna be high at that stadium, and by it being a home game, I got them. Henry's gonna come back and he's gonna run that ball down their throat. I got the Titans.
Yep. All right. All right. Here we go. We got the Giants at home against their NFC East rival Eagles. Eagles are 7-point road favorites. Now, the Giants are on a 2-game losing streak, right? Or not a losing streak, right? They tied last game and then they lost.
That's a loss. That's a loss.
So it's a 2-game
That's a
losing
loss.
streak.
2-game losing streak.
1-1.
All right. I'm not making a mistake anymore. The Eagles are for real. I'm going with the Eagles, not messing around. Who you got, Phil?
I'm going to do a bold pick here. Because I'm going to pick the Giants by 3 points on this one.
Okay. Don.
The MVP of the league right now is putting up major numbers. I mean, damn near 300. 3,000 yards, 20 touchdowns, and he's still rushing the ball at an astronomical rate. I think they got the best one of the best receivers in the game. The way that he catches the ball, he commands the end zone, and he commands the deep ball as well. So this is no brain. I'm gonna go with Philly.
Yeah. And I think Philly would have win here. Like, I think they're still motivated because the Cowboys are 2 games behind them. So they still motivated to give it their all every game. I made the mistake last week to think they were going to have a letdown, but since their division is so tight, they still motivated to compete.
This is a season. This is the Giants season right here.
Yeah.
And I think
the Giants did not show me nothing with their last game. And that's the part where I had to put some separation because the Giants had a chance. I mean, they're playing at home this week, but they had a chance against the Commanders, and they played at home.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're playing at home and you can't win that tight game, you're not going to win this game.
Like I said, I think this is the season for the Giants. They lose this game, their season's done.
They're done. They're done.
All right. Now, this is the game I want to get to. We got the Steelers at home against the Ravens. The Steelers are 2.5-point home favorite.
Disrespect.
I'm going with the Steelers because it's not disrespectful. You're playing the Ravens' backup quarterback.
I'm gonna play this back to myself over and over again.
And the Steelers have been playing well.
Yeah.
So
at the right time.
At the right time, I got the Steelers winning this game. This is going to hurt the Ravens with this loss, and with the Bengals winning, Bengals are probably going to move up to number 1 in that division.
Yep.
Who you got, Phil?
I got the Steelers on this one.
All right, Don. I know you got the Ravens because you believe in. Is it Huntley?
Believe in Huntley. Yeah. Huntley.
Yeah.
Hey, so I guess you're gonna have to some explaining to do next week, both of y'all.
Yeah.
Of the amount of disrespect, and for one, disrespect for my team and disrespect for my GM, and also disrespect for the culture that we that we foster.
I'm gonna if they lose next week and the Bengals win next week, I know I'll be expecting a rant from you next week.
Okay, now let's play. What's the other side of this sword? Now talk to me about the other side of this sword.
Well, look. All I ask, Don, You keep your phone on and keep that same energy.
Hey, Mr.
Don't
Telephone
turn your
Man,
phone off because
there's
your
something
phone
wrong with
wasn't
my
working.
line.
Your phone
When
wasn't
I
working
dial my haters
the
number,
first, the
I get
second,
a
and third
click
quarter.
every time.
Yeah.
Don't you make me sing Mr. Telephone Man to you
Yeah.
Don ain't
next
never
week.
been that quiet. Don
Yeah.
ain't never been that quiet.
Mr. Telephone, but Marv
What?
is. He gonna be Mr. Telephone Man.
Well,
Well, he expected that.
I expected that. I answered my phone. Call me. We stink.
I'm gonna call you about this bold pick that you just made.
That's not a bold pick. You made a bold pick.
That's a bold pick for you. That's a bold pick for you and Phil. I marked it down.
Not a bold
Don,
pick.
he's still in my picks, Don. That's all it is.
I'm picking first.
Well, both of y'all gonna lose. Hey, both of y'all gonna lose that week because it's a bold pick.
All right.
If the Bengals win next week and the Ravens lose, I need to hear a rant from Don because I know it's coming.
You ain't gotta ask for that. It's coming.
The Bengals gonna lose to the Browns. Y'all owe me a rant. I'm opening
we ain't
up
got a rant.
the first 10 minutes. Hey, 5-5, man.
Next slide.
And have your talking points written down because don't eat up all the airtime.
Next slide.
Next slide.
We got Big Russ. Let's ride in the Broncos at home against the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are 9-point road favorites here. I'm going with the Chiefs. This is too easy. I don't even care if Patrick Mahomes even playing this game or not. I know he's gonna play. Chiefs. Come on, Phil. Let's not spend too much time on this. Who you got?
Chiefs.
You got the Broncos?
Chiefs. I'm not picking the Broncos the rest of the season.
Yeah. All right, Don, who you got?
Yeah, let's get to that next game. We already know it's a clean sweep across the board.
All right. Yeah, let's not waste any more time with that one. All right. Okay. Now this is going to be an interesting game. We got the 49ers at home against the Buccaneers. Confident Tom. 49ers are 3.5-point home favorites. Now, I'm making a bold pick here.
Wow.
I'm going with the Bucks. I think this young quarterback is going to have to face a fierce defense from Tampa. And he's going to be forced into some mistakes. Confident Tom is going to throw about 50 passes again and squeak out another win. So I got the Bucks. Who you got, Phil?
I'm taking the 49ers here.
Okay. Don.
Garoppolo being out. That was that ball control that you need to eat the clock, and also when you're up to stay up. I gotta go. I gotta go with the 49ers on this because right now, even though confident Tom has actually played it, he played a good game last game. He's playing against a losing organization, so I can't count that as an upper.
Whoa. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Oh,
I gotta go with the 49ers.
the disrespect. Wow. Why you got to bring up my team in this? And we talking about the 49ers and the Buccaneers, and you got to bring up something sassy about
I'm just saying
team.
I'm just saying coming back in the last minute against a losing organization.
Watch your mouth.
That's not momentum.
Watch your mouth.
Would you concur, Phil?
Next slide.
Next slide.
Next slide. Seahawks at home against the Panthers. I just don't know what Panthers team is going to show up here, but you got the Seahawks at home against the Panthers. The Seahawks are 3.5-point home favorites. I'm going with the Seahawks and a top 5 defense on this one. This is a defensive team, like Phil said.
Yep.
Who you got, Phil?
Seahawks. I'm not trusting any.
You going with the Seahawks?
Yep.
Okay. Who you got, Don?
The crazy part is if you look at the season for the for Carolina and what quarterback, they got a blank spot. So right then and there, it lets me know that for Las Vegas not allowing me to do my homework, so I'm gonna do my homework for myself. I'm going Seahawks.
Right. Like I said, I don't know who's gonna start at quarterback for. They might win this game. Because like I said, they got good talent around and just don't have a quarterback. So, and Baker's gone now. All right. Next slide. Chargers at home against the Dolphins. The Dolphins are 3-point road favorites here. I'm going with the Dolphins. This is our Sunday night game. The Dolphins lost to the 49ers last week. You know how I feel about good teams losing the previous week. Unfortunately, the Dolphins aren't home, so I'm not that confident about this pick, but I just can't see the Dolphins losing again. Who you got, Phil?
I got the Dolphins here.
Don?
I'm going with the Dolphins. Clean sweep across the board because I don't think anybody has figured out that if you're going to go on Waddle, you got to double Hill. And I don't think no defense has that much in their secondary to cover those two track stars.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, wow, man, this is a good group of picks that I've made this week. This should be my week here. Yeah.
Said that last week, but next slide.
Next slide. All right, here we go. Last game, Monday night. We got the Cardinals at home against the Patriots. The Patriots are 1-point road favorites here. I'm going with the Pats here. Pats winning this one. They got to win this game to stay in contention for the playoffs. If not, their season is pretty much over. Who you got, Phil?
I got the Patriots on this also. This is tough.
Yeah, it's all good. I know your strategy. Pick what Marvin picked. Who you got, Don?
Right now, I don't think that Colin Murray has any confidence with his teammates. So nobody's going to run a clean route. Nobody's going to block hard for him. I think he's lost the confidence of the locker room, even though he's a quality quarterback. But last time I checked, football is a team sport. So I got Matt Jones being, on a tight leash, and they're ready to pull it at any time and bring that secondary quarterback in there because I'm not sure if the New England Patriots actually believe in Jones, but they're going to start with him.
All right, so you got the Pats.
Facts.
All right, fellas. Great show. That's a wrap. Thanks for joining us again. Like I said, we do this every week, y'all. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. We love to interact. Catch y'all next week.